happy Thursday. I'm Alexi Andersek.
And I'm Gabe Evans. You're watching NewsWatch Ole.
This is our last show of the week, and we've got some great stories for you today, including details of a new business in the Oxford Commons.
That's right, and later on, see how Ole Miss students are planning to use their degrees.
But first, I am just absolutely loving this sunshiny weather today.
It has been amazing. It's been warm outside, sun's out. Let's check in with weather anchor Seth Parento with a look at your forecast.
You guys, we are so back. Considering where we were last week, I am absolutely living for this weather right now. We are looking at temperatures currently in the 60s, and as we head across the rest of the week, temperatures are looking to stay warm, so make sure to stay tuned for your 5-day forecast. Back to you at the desk.
Thank you, Seth. In honor of Black History Month, the Ole Miss African Drum and Dance Ensemble, along with the University Chorus, welcomed award-winning musicians for a concert.
NewsWatch reporter Jay Green has more on yesterday's evening in the arts.
Gathering on the Ole Miss campus, many people have come together to explore the roots of African American history.
Tuesday's concert marked the 20th edition of the Black History Month concerts here at the University of Mississippi. But again, as the producer, what I do is I gather resources from all the offices, identify the topmost, one of the best guest artists, and invite that guest artist. And of course, all the groups cannot be featured in the same year, so we rotate. So this year it was a turn of the concert singers to perform, as well as the African Drum and Dance Ensemble, which I direct. But the most important headliner was Angela Brown, who is a well-renowned soprano, opera diva, and we were very lucky that she visited.
The University of Mississippi has chosen tonight to show that African American history is also American history. Reporting live for Ole Miss Newswatch, I'm Jay Green.
A local tea shop here in Oxford is bringing a new and lasting message through a family legacy. Tilly's Teas, located just off of Sisk Avenue, is owned by a Mississippi native, Holly Cassidy. Tilly's got its name from a dog that belonged to her son who passed away in 2023 and aims to honor the loving legacy of her son, Gray. In his honor, the shop features a drink called Gray's Ripple. With each purchase of a Gray's Ripple, a contribution is made to continue the Ripple Foundation, which is a scholarship fund for graduating high school seniors. The shop features around 30 different teas loaded with all types of nutrition, including B vitamins, collagen, and many other nutritious benefits.
If you're interested in a career in the medical field, listen up. The Ole Miss School of Pharmacy is now accepting applications into their PharmD program, which allows students to take their next step in becoming a pharmacist. NewsWatch reporter Jayla Lagarde has more information.
The School of Pharmacy, known as Fazer Hall, is now accepting applications. The program aims to provide education science research opportunities here to undergraduate students. The program is great for students seeking research experiences and considering a field in research or academia. The building is a beautiful structure with beautiful classrooms that allow students to learn about cutting-edge STEM-related topics, develop presentations, and communication skills. The program aims to educate students beyond lab specifics and nurture students for successful careers in STEM. Visit the website below for more information.
Earlier this week, the North Mississippi Corporate Board member of the Boys and Girls Club was inducted into the Hall of Fame. Dr. Judith Thompson was inducted during an award ceremony and dinner that was held last week in Jackson. Thompson was on the founding board of the Oxford Boys and Girls Club and has served for over 24 years on corporate and community advisory boards. Through her leadership alongside others, Thompson raised $36,000 for the opening of the Oxford Club. Inductees must have high achievements in making a difference and leaving a lasting legacy on the youth in the state.
Craig Traynor, the Department of Education's Acting Assistant Secretary for Civil Rights, gave universities across the nation a 14-day notice to shut down diversity, equity, and inclusion programs to receive federal funding. Traynor argues that these programs led to discriminatory practices that violate Title VI of the 1946 Civil Rights Act. To receive federal funding, universities must align all policies and actions with existing civil rights law. This includes ceasing using indirect means to achieve race-based outcomes and cease reliance on third-party contractors, clearinghouses, or aggregators attempting to bypass these prohibitions. The University of Mississippi is currently evaluating the impact of this directive.
Graduation is just 72 days away, and seniors are already making preparations for post-graduation.
Yes, they are. NewsWatch reporter Phoebe Kramer has more on how seniors are planning to use those degrees.
Graduation season is approaching quickly. Today, in just a minute, we asked Ole Miss seniors how they are planning on using their degree. And some answers may surprise you.
Ole Miss seniors are faced with the question, what do you plan on doing after college? Some students, like exercise science major Grace James, say they are going to graduate school.
I think I will use my degree in my future career because exercise science, you're able to not only use like the exercise portion, but also the psychology portion to help patients in your everyday life, so I'll use it every day.
While others say they are not planning to work in their field, like journalism major Leighton Lawhead, who wants to enter medical device sales.
It's a degree where I feel like I really learned a lot, whether it was being very articulate or very comfortable talking to people, and even just putting myself in awkward or uncomfortable situations. It taught me a lot, and I would never go back on it because I feel like it's so applicable to so many different fields, and I plan on using a lot of the skills that I've learned within my degree.
Whether students stick to their major or take a new path, most say they have no regrets. Their education gave them skills that they use every day. For NewsWatch Ole Miss, I'm Phoebe Kramer.
Thank you, Phoebe. Coming up after the break, we have a story about the importance of trade school here in Oxford.
Yes, and after that, we'll take a look at what's happening in D.C. with the Trump administration. Make sure to stay tuned for that and more.
The freedom to live in safety. That's an American dream.
NewsWatch is a student-run newscast that goes live every week, Monday through Thursday at 5 o'clock.
NewsWatch is more than just a college team. It is an immersive learning experience. You learn certain skills that help you in your future journalism career.
RedWatch is just a cool experience because I want to do something in the sports world. So just to get the chance to do that on a platform like this, it's just a great opportunity.
We are the only live station in the Oxford-Lafayette area, with Tupelo being the closest. We cover all local news.
Gonna be a hot one out there for move-in weekend, Ole Miss. Good luck this year, Rep.
You did it. You're home. I can't wait for you to discover the true meaning of Hotty Toddy. It's a cheer that connects us all to the red and blue. It's the moment that begins when you step on campus and continues long after you turn your tassel. I can't wait for you to discover your legacy and make the world a better place. Are you ready?
Welcome back to NewsWatch Ole Miss. Before the break, we got a look into how Ole Miss students plan on using their degrees after graduation.
That's right, but what are the plans for high schoolers who don't have a plan on getting a degree after their graduation? Leighton Lawhead has more.
Lafayette High School senior Zaylin Booker is taking a lineman course at the Lafayette School of Applied Technology, often referred to as the Tech.
It gives us an opportunity out of high school to continue our work based on what we love to do, what we're so passionate about.
He says for many of his peers, time and money is a deterrent to attending college.
If it wasn't for the Tech, I feel like none of these kids would have thought about a trade or enter this workforce.
Zaylin is senior class president at Lafayette High School, and though he excels in a traditional classroom setting, he credits the Tech for helping him become a lineman after graduation.
It's like something I didn't know about, to something I look forward coming in here every day to do it.
The realization that a college degree is not the only way towards a career path is not lost on the students here at the Tech. Whether it's learning skills like welding or automotive services, the students are truly getting a hands-on experience.
It's career and technical education, so it's an alternative for our students who are looking to get into particular fields during our high school career.
The Tech Director, Grant Crockett, says he has seen more students enrolling in the Tech in recent years. This unique program is one of only 2 in the state that offers students an option to earn a professional certificate while in high school and start working after graduation.
We're actually saying, if you want to go to college, that is perfectly fine, but come out here too so you can have another option.
Crockett says that most of their students get jobs immediately after graduating high school because of the skills they learn. From changing oil to changing lives, the Tech is surely making a difference. This is Leighton Lawhead for NewsWatch.
Thank you for that, Leighton.
Well, that's all we have for your local news update. Now let's head over to Erica Dierke for our national news update with The Watch.
Trump hosts joint press conference with UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer. British Prime Minister Starmer visited the White House today to talk to President Trump about possible peace agreements regarding the Ukrainian war. Starmer states that this visit was in part to convince Trump that a peace treaty will only last with Russia and Ukraine if European leaders are at the table as negotiations move forward with Moscow. This comes after multiple attempts from European partners and the United States to stop the Ukrainian war in the past few weeks under the new Trump administration. Although multiple attempts have been made to stop the war in Ukraine, Ukraine and Russia might be agreeing to a possible ceasefire soon. Donald Trump confirms Russia-Ukraine peace deal as tomorrow President Volodymyr Zelensky will visit the White House to sign a historic peace agreement between Ukraine and Russia. This will signify, hopefully, the end of the war and American aid for Ukraine. Although Russia has stated that they want a long-term peace deal with Ukraine rather than a rushed U.S.-backed ceasefire, President Trump is confident that tomorrow will end the war. Here is President Trump to talk more about what he believes is in store.
I think he'll keep his word. I think I've spoken to him. I've known him for a long time now. I've known him. We had to go through the Russian hoax together. That was not a good thing. It's not fair. That was a rigged deal and had nothing to do with Russia. It was a rigged deal with inside the country, and they had to put up with that too. They put up with a lot. It wasn't just us. They had to put up with it, with a phony story that was made up. I've known him for a long time now, and I think he will. I don't believe he's going to violate his word. I don't think he'll be back when we make a deal. I think the deal's going to hold.
With peace deals in talk, America has decided to possibly make deals with Ukraine. Trump is in possible talks with Ukrainian President Zelensky about a mineral deal. This proposed natural resource deal will help the U.S. economy and boost security guarantees for Ukraine. As of right now, President Zelensky has stated that the deal is only a framework, but could be a big success for both parties. In other Washington news, the Pentagon plans to remove transgender service members due to a new policy. A new executive order administered under the Trump administration recognizes only 2 sexes and states that anyone in the service who has a history of or exhibits symptoms of gender dysphoria will be released from service. Currently, there are lawsuits out, but a judge has agreed to hold off on a decision until seeing whether the Department of Defense will officially implement the rulings. And that's all I have for your national news today with The Watch. Be sure to tune in to NewsWatch next week for any developments. I'm Erica Dierke, and back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks so much for that, Erica.
Now, if you remember last week, it was much colder than we would consider, and it was snowy and icy, but this week we're back to our regularly scheduled weather.
And thank goodness for that. I mean, I'm sure we can all agree on that.
Definitely.
Seth, can you give us an update on what we're expecting to see?
Well, as we head into this evening, temperatures will be dipping back into the cold, but I have good news. They're not going to stay there. Temperatures will be warming back up as we head into tomorrow afternoon, with those warmer temperatures looking to stick around, so make sure to stay tuned for your full forecast after the break.
We're all just trying to keep things running for those who rely on us. That's why we don't have time to be sick with the flu. And especially this year, no one has time to get sick. Get a flu shot for yourself and those around you too.
This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
Uh-huh.
Elmer loves to giggle. Elmer's mommy taught him that laughing can help when you have a big feeling, like when you feel happy. Make sure to celebrate when you're happy and laugh it out. Love your mind.
Because I love you. I want to be your only guy.
Because I love you, skip class with me. Let's stay in bed today.
Because I love you, I just want to be with you so freaking much. Because I love you.
I waited for you after Chem Lab.
You were walking with Mark?
Because I love you.
You shouldn't be hanging out with that dude.
You should know how dumb that makes me look. I don't care if she's your lab partner.
Why do you have texts from him?
Because I love you. This number, delete.
Because I love you. This Jason number,
delete.
And Ben,
delete.
Because I love you, I should smash your phone.
I'll let you give me your password instead. Because I love you.
I will check your texts every day.
You got lucky. Because I love you. Because I love you.
You think it's okay?
Because I love you. You understand?
Because I love you, you stop talking to your classmates. And you feel completely alone.
Because I love you. That's not love.
Welcome back to NewsWatch Ole Miss with Stormwatch. I'm Seth Parento. Well, if we take a look at our current conditions here in Oxford, we are seeing a temperature of 64 degrees, finally, with mostly sunny skies and a decent breeze of around 10 miles per hour. If we take a look at our regional highs, ooh, no, it wants to go forward. No, we need those regional highs. Thank you, technology. As we take a look at our current conditions for our regional highs today, as you can see, relatively consistent around 66 degrees just up north. However, down here in Oxford, we were a little bit warmer at 68, and Tupelo had the regional high of 69 degrees. And as we head into tonight, we are looking at a low of around 37 degrees, so not nearly as bad as we've been dealing with, say, last week, but still going to be relatively cold. So if you're going out tonight, make sure to please put on a layer for my sake, if not anyone else's. And we are looking again, clear skies and relatively calm winds of around 5 to 10 miles per hour. And as we head into tomorrow, we are looking at a high of 72, so finally going to be able to enjoy that Friday weather. You know, if you have any, I know it's still only going to be February, but if you have any, you know, like grill plans or barbecue, tomorrow would be the time to do it. Let's kick off spring, please. It's about time. And as we head into tomorrow for the region, as you can see, temperatures will be relatively consistent with everywhere at 72, but Tupelo really likes to stay different these days. I don't know what it is. They're always warmer. If you want warm weather in Mississippi, Tupelo is apparently your answer. And for your 5-day forecast, as you can see, temperatures will be taking a little bit of a dip as we head into the weekend, with Sunday reaching only a high of 55. However, we will be getting some warm weather at the start of our week, with Tuesday at 71. However, we will be looking at some thunderstorms that day as well.
I am finally so happy with this weather forecast. These are the temperatures that I'm liking to see. This is why I moved to Mississippi.
I can definitely agree with that. It's been a very aggressive change from the snow we had.
It's been exhausting because it's just been back and forth of cold, warm, cold. Can I keep out the shorts?
Do I need to like? I have like 3 changes of clothes. I feel like per day.
I have at least 5 jackets in the back of my car, all from like thick winter down to just a nice small down.
They always say dress in layers here in Oxford, but we do have a very exciting night tonight. Women's basketball and a whole lot more going on.
Yes, coming up, the women's basketball team has their very last regular home season game, and softball wins big in their new stadium. All this and more after this short break.
The funny thing about Hannah is she never crawled. She skipped it entirely. Went straight to walking and running. She was such an eager little girl. Guess she was always looking for the next amazing thing. I know that Hannah loved every one of you.
Are you looking for more in this world? Are you driven by purpose? Then we are looking for you. The big-hearted, the bold, the change makers. We are the Peace Corps. With volunteers in more than 60 countries, we join hands with communities together, transform lives, and serve boldly together. Are you ready to go the distance to make a difference? Then we have a place where you belong. Join us.
Think buying fake products is harmless? Think again. Think fake cosmetics are tested and safe? Think again. Think that medicine you can buy off social media is high quality? Think again. Counterfeits are made in unsafe conditions, potentially using hazardous and even lethal ingredients that could harm you and others. Each year, billions of dollars worth of counterfeit products are sold in the U.S. I smell big crime. Think about it. If you don't know where the products came from, how could you know where the money goes? You're smart. Buy smart. Go for real.
Welcome back, Rebs. I'm Caroline Dardo with Sports Watch. The Rebels are heading back home after a tough loss to Auburn last night, ending the game down 30 points and the end scoring being 106-76. The Rebels could not answer Johnny Broome and could not slow down Auburn's offense during the rematch. During the first half, the Rebels made strides to keep up with the Tigers. However, the Tigers claimed the game in the second half. With that being said, Ole Miss turned the ball over 10 times compared to Auburn's 8, making it the first time all season that the Rebs have ended a game with more turnovers than their opponent this season. Let's take a look at what head coach Chris Beard had to say.
That we were going to win the game, but I would have predicted we'd have a chance to win the game. But that wasn't the story. Y'all saw it because on the other side of the floor, just non-existent defense from Ole Miss. It's not just the players, it's everybody in the program. I think you give Auburn credit. Very, very difficult to guard when they're making shots like they were basically in the first 6 to 8 minutes of the game. They won't lose.
Up and show out for these Rebs as they host Oklahoma Saturday at 1. It's a new season with a new stadium, and the Rebs got a 4-0 win, extending their streak to 8 straight games. Miali Guccino threw a complete game, only allowing 5 hits and striking out 10 McNeese players with her performance last night. Guccino took over the national lead in strikeouts with 89 this season. The Rebels were ready to bat. Jaden Pone had the first hit in the new stadium with a single down the left field line before Aliyah Binford made her name known with a 2-run home run. This week, SEC Freshman of the Week Mackenzie Pickens led off the 4th inning with a double, and Taylor Roman followed with her own RBI double to make it 3-0. The Rebels are back in action this Friday for the Ole Miss Classic. Play begins at 10:30 a.m. with the Rebels playing Nichols at 3:30 and South Alabama at 6 p.m. The Lady Rebs are set for their final home regular season game against South Carolina tonight. The Gamecocks and the Rebels will share the court for the 49th time in series history. This past weekend, the ladies had an impressive comeback to defeat Missouri to win 68-66. Standout forward Madison Scott has been noticed by other coaches and has been named one of the 3 finalists for the 2025 Gillum Trophy. The Gillum Trophy has been presented annually since 2008 to the most outstanding player in the state, in honor of Ole Miss legend Peggy Gillum Granderson. Scott has been one of the most electrifying players on the court, leading the Rebels with an average of 12.2 points and 3.9 assists per game. This Thursday night matchup is at 8 p.m., airing on ESPN. And that's all I've got for sports. Be sure to follow us on socials and tune into our sports talk show, Rebel Watch, tomorrow at 5 on YouTube. Back to you guys at the desk.
All right, thank you so much, Caroline, for that sports update. I'll have to get out and go to some of these games. I'm actually going one tonight.
Oh my gosh, that will be so much fun. I'll have to join you at some point. And if you're excited for Mardi Gras, we have this story for you. NewsWatch Ole Miss will be right back.
Hate is loud. It gets clicks. It gets attention. Hate, however, is actually quite small. But love. Love is the majority, filling up something far more important than any fear. Love fills our hearts, our lives, our everyday, with understanding, empathy, and compassion, leaving hate to become what it truly is, a whisper.
Hi, I'm Woodsy Owl. In order to try and stop pollution, we need more help. So, help Woodsy spread the word. Come on, never be a dirty bird. No matter where you go, you can let some people know to give a hoot, don't pollute. Never be a dirty bird. In the city or in the woods, help keep America looking good.
Welcome back to NewsWatch Ole Miss. I hope you love king cake just like I do because it's that time of year.
Yes, it is. And Fat Tuesday is right around the corner, so we have a story from Leslie Lackman on the true meaning of king cake. Let's take a look.
Ever wonder why there's a plastic baby baked inside this Mardi Gras staple? Today, let's talk about the king cake tradition explained. Mardi Gras isn't just about parades and beads. It's also about king cake. What exactly is this festive treat? King cake is a soft brioche-like pastry braided in purple, green, and gold sugar, colors that represent justice, faith, and power. Hidden inside is a tiny plastic baby, and if you're lucky enough to find it, congratulations, you've been crowned king or host of the next Mardi Gras party, or at least the bringer of the next cake. This Christian tasty tradition has roots in France and Spain, originally tied to the Epiphany, or Three Kings Day, with a small trinket of a baby traditionally hidden inside the cake to represent the baby Jesus, signifying good luck and prosperity. Next time you go and pick up the cake from the store, now you know that the plastic baby represents the baby Jesus, connecting the cake to the celebration of the Epiphany. Leslie Lackman reporting, NewsWatch.
Well, the biggest question after that is who likes king cake?
I do. I have to say, I've never tried a king cake.
I'm sorry, what?
I know. What can I say? I've just never tried it.
You've
like leftovers next Thursday or something?
nothing.
Oh, absolutely.
You've been in this state how long? And not one?
I know. It's the Ohio in me.
We certainly have a divide. Because I like king cake. It just depends on what's inside of it. Because like I know you can buy some of them and like they're filled like cream cheese, Bavarian cream, or something like that.
Bavarian.
I love it. We got to get y'all the king cake.
Yeah, I love cream cheese.
I love it so much.
See, this is next week. We have a live king cake try with Alexia.
Oh my gosh. Let's get this
NewsWatch
going.
food reviews.
Right.
Control room, take notes. We're doing this.
We're going to do it.
Okay, so us and our king cake, we'll see you next week then.
Yep. See you next week.
I guess that means I'll have to come back.
Oh, absolutely. Well, that's all we have for tonight. Make sure to tune in tomorrow. I'm Alexi Intercheck.
And I'm Gabe Evans with your latest news.
I'm Caroline Dardo with Sports Watch.
And with Stormwatch, I'm Seth Barento.
Be sure to keep up with us on our socials and tune in tomorrow at 5 for Rebel Watch.
NewsWatch Ole Miss, where we keep it live
and keep it local. Have a good night.